wabarakatuh. In this occasion, we will presentation about language acquisition, and the first begin with the Atin.
Language acquisition. Language is extremely complex, yet children already know most of the grammar of their native language before they are 5 years old. Maksudnya, penguasaan bahasa merupakan proses bahasa secara tidak sadar. Biasanya terjadi saat masa kanak-kanak atau kita kenal dengan penguasaan bahasa pertama. Kemudian, children acquire language without being taught the roots of grammar by their parents. Maksudnya, anak-anak menguasai bahasa tanpa diajari aturan tata bahasa oleh orang tua mereka. Karena sebagian orang tua tidak sadar mengetahuinya banyak aturan tata bahasa itu sendiri. Next, anak-anak tidak perlu belajar prinsip-prinsip universal, suka ketergantungan struktur karena itu adalah bagian dari proses. Mereka hanya perlu mempelajari aspek-aspek khusus bahasa dan tata bahasa tersebut. An argument for the inattention hypothesis is the observation that we end up knowing more about language than we hear around us. Maksudnya, argumen untuk hipotesa bawaan adalah pengamatan yang akhirnya kita tahu lebih banyak tentang bahasa daripada yang kita dengar di sekitar kita. Argumen ini dikenal dengan kemiskinan stimulus. Materi selanjutnya akan disampaikan oleh Yiyis.
For example, children somehow know to invert the auxiliary of the main clause when forming a question like, is the boy who is sleeping dreaming of a new car, rather than is the boy sleeping is dreaming of a new car. Stage in language acquisition, children acquire language in similar stage across the world. When children are acquiring language, they do not speak and degenerate form of adult language. The perfection and production of speech sound. IPANs display an ability to discriminate and recognize speech sound. They will even respond to linguistic constructs when those constructs are not present in the language spoken or around them.
Infants appear to be born with the ability to perceive and focus on the sounds that are important for language, so they can learn any human language. But by 6 months, babies begin to lose the ability to discriminate between sounds that are not phonemic in the language they are acquiring. Babbling begins at about 6 months and is considered the earliest stage of language acquisition. Babies may babble phonemes that do not occur in the language they are acquiring. 95% of babble is composed of the 12 most common consonants around the world. Early babbles mostly consist of CV sequence but become more varied later on. By 1 year, babbles are composed only of the phonemes used in the language they hear. These babies babble with their hands like hearing babies babble using sound. Babbling beginning with sigh and calls followed by strung together consonant vowel sound, what's often called babbling. Baby babbles like aga and ada eventually combine to create basic words and word sound. After the age of 1, children figure out that sounds are related to meanings and start to produce their first word. Usually, children go through a holoplastic stage where their one word utterance may convey more meaning. Up used to indicate something in the sky or to mean pick me up. This suggests that children know more language than they can express. One more stage, the one word of holoplastic stage occurs between approximately 11 months of age and 100 1 year of age. By the point in time, children can produce a small number of isolated single words and many sounds.
Hello, my name is Nur Annisa, and in this occasion I will explain about segmenting the speech stream. A major obstacle that babies must overcome is to be able to identify where word boundaries are. English-speaking children may be able to use stress as a cue for word boundaries prosodic bootstrapping. Every content in English has stress. Experiments have shown that children do use stress as a cue for word boundaries since most English words have stress on the first syllable. But how do children know the stress pattern of the language they are acquiring? Babies may use statistical frequency of syllable sequence to determine word boundaries. In one experiment, babies were able to recognize the nonsense words like ba, piku, tubitu, golabu, and babuku. Children may use statistical strategies to determine a few words and from there may be able to determine the rhythmic, apollonic, and phonetic properties of the language. Children tend to acquire the sounds common to all language first, followed by the less common sounds of their own language. Vowels tend to be acquired first and consonants are ordered. Manner of articulation like nasal, glide, stops, liquid, fricatives, and affricatives. Place of articulation is something like labials, velars, alveolars, and palatals. Uncommon but high frequency sounds may be acquired earlier than expected. And the next material will be continued with Gistha.
The acquisition of phonology. Children can perceive more sound contrasts than they can make in early stage. Thus, they know more about phonology than we can tell by listening to them speak. When they cannot yet produce a sound, they may substitute an easier sound. This substitution a rule governing children learn to reduce consonant clutter, span for span, reduplicate syllables for water, and drop final consonant K for cake. The acquisition of word meaning. When children learn the meaning of words, they must learn the relevant feature of the class of things that are referred to by that word. They must learn that dog refers to pugs and great dance, but not cat. When learning words, children often offer extended word meaning. For example, using the word dog to refer to any funny, for large animal offer extension tend to be based on shape, size, or texture, but never color. They may also underextend a word meaning. For example, using the word dog to refer only to the family pet, as if dog were a proper noun.
Hello, my name is Winda, and then I explain to the acquisition of phonology. Children tend to acquire the sound common to all language first, followed by the less common sound of their own language. Vowels tend to be acquired first, and consonants are ordered. Manner of articulation: nasal, gliders, stop, liquid, fricative, accrivative. Place or articulation: labials, velars, alveolars, palatals. Uncommon but high frequency sound may be acquired earlier than expected. And then the acquisition of phonology. Children can perceive more sound contrast than they can make in early stage. Thus, they know more about phonology Then we can tell by listening to them speak. When they cannot yet produce a sound, they may substitute an easier sound. The substitution are rule government. Children tend to reduce consonant cluster, reduplicate syllables. For example, wawa for water and draw final consonant like for cake. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Dian, and I will explain about the acquisition of morphology. The which test demonstrates that children apply the correct plural allomorph to nouns they have never heard before, which so they have an understanding of natural classes of phonemes and are not just imitating words they have heard before. Children acquiring language other than English the subject-verb agreement very early. Children also demonstrate their knowledge of derivational rules and can create new words. For example, broom. Do acquisition of syntax. At about 2 years of age, children start to put words together from two-word utterance. The intonation counter extends over the two-word as unit, and two-word utterance can convey a range of meanings. Chronological age is not a good measure of linguistic development due to individual difference, so instead linguistic usage mean length of utterance or NLU to measure development. Thank you.
Maybe that's all for us. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi